Commissioner, GST, and Sri Shavan Hardikar, MD, Maha Metro, and Municipal Commissioner, PCMC. So Mr. Ashish Sharma has been appointed as a chairperson to organize these ITF events, which is a milestone. We will make the milestone announcement today. And Mr. Shavan Hardikar, the government has appointed him as the secretary of this ITF events we have to conduct. As we all know, MSLT has been forefront taking various tournaments across year, and since last 10 years, ITFs, ATPs, WTAs, and successfully, which is helping Indian tennis as well as locally at the state level. And after discussing with the players, many players recommended to have the ITFs, lower level tournaments in Maharashtra, in India. So the Government of Maharashtra decided to take up this tournaments. We're going to have about 20 tournaments in one every year, and the GR is for 5 years, and that's why we are here for. So this is going to be really helpful for Indian players, and I'm happy to. The press note is already given to you, so you can we are happy to ask any questions, and we will be answering them if any doubt, any more clarity is being wanted.
What are the major initiatives you have taken with the government?
Yeah.
What are the major initiatives?
So this is the first time actually government, this is another rare occasion where government and MSLT are jointly come together and they have decided that we need to take tennis to every nook and corner of the state. So that it was in this context, and government is lending its financial support also. And plus we are also taken another, wherever the tournament would be organized, the local municipal corporation, the local district administration, they have also been roped in. So MSLTA was at the forefront, they have been doing this work, but now the state government machinery would also get involved, and this is the manner in which we can popularize tennis in areas which are generally not covered. So one broad idea, as Prashant has already mentioned, so since we have 20 tournaments, we were thinking maybe we have 6 revenue divisions, so at least 3, we will try and identify 3 locations in each revenue division where these tournaments will be held every year. So few of them will start with this month itself, so we try and have it before the monsoon, and then in the post-monsoon again we will try and have it. So once these 3 districts would be such which have generally not seen such events of this level. So this is one thing which is definitely going to give a big boost to these areas. So that is the broad structure, and Shravan, I'll ask him to maybe say a few words, because so the idea is that so all of us getting involved along with MSLTA, jointly we can put our best foot forward and try and achieve the best we can do for popularizing tennis in Maharashtra. Shravan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Prashant, and welcome all of you. Tennis is one sport which has now started taking root in Maharashtra, with Mumbai becoming the home for WTA event, Pune hosting an ATP event. So there is now tennis visible in at least 2 major cities of Maharashtra. But if you want to create a greater number of sportsmen participating in tennis, then we need infrastructure to reach to all nook and corners of Maharashtra, as Sir has said. There is infrastructure available in many parts of our state, like at least divisional headquarters and few of the district headquarters. We definitely have good infrastructure, but many others still need to catch up in terms of infrastructure. So this gives us an opportunity with the help of district administration and backup from government and local corporations and district administration. It is opportunity for creating that infrastructure at all the district level and sub-district levels also, where the students will get to play tennis, will get exposure to tennis, and when such large-scale events happen, now ITF events of this scale, people will get to see the best players, at least some top 500 ranked players participating all these tournaments. and getting to see the level of tennis that they get to see very rarely anywhere. It will no longer remain only club level, rich man sport. It will go to the grassroots. People will start playing. Government is supporting, local administration supporting, infrastructure getting created. Eventually, we want to infuse hungry sportsmen from the rural hinterland to participate in this sport as well. And this is the whole idea behind this.
Just to take off from what you said, how does it make the sport more accessible? And more importantly, since tennis is more competing with a sport like say pickleball or something, how does that work?
So actually, if you look at it, it's kind of a the demand supply kind of. We've been thinking, when there are some cities which already have the infrastructure, so they may be having tournaments. So for them, the best thing would be the level would be different. It would be the higher level. That's one thing. But plus, there are certain cities which do not have the infrastructure. So we are offering them a bait. Now we would like to host it here. The district administration, the corporation, they will be given some time. Okay, if you spruce up your infrastructure in the next few months, so we will hosting this tournament there. So this way, it kind of a demand and supply, creates more infrastructure, creates better tournament, leads to better tournaments, and the exposure is very good. So that's how. Now, of course, pedal is there. As you're saying, there are other competing sports, but tennis as such in most of the states, if you see, it is maintaining its position. The steady growth is there. It's just that once we also start supporting it in the manner which we have decided to support, it will give a further fillip to the program.
Which are the new districts you are looking to take the event?
So
And
basically,
how many districts actually have the infrastructure?
so
It's not in Maharashtra has a lot of IT events.
yeah. So as I mentioned, so tentatively, if you want to say that you want to name of the district where it
Yeah,
will be
where
very
the first time going there.
yeah. So we will be targeting where such tournaments have not been held. So the idea why we are saying 3 per, there are 20 tournaments in a year, so we have 6 regular divisions. So we said maybe 3 per division is what we can start with, and those places will be such which have not seen such tournaments. For example, if you go to Vidar, so of course Nagpur must have seen it. Now how many tournaments have been held in Gondia, whether Bandara, Chandrapur, whether Gadchiroli, we can have. This also can be offered in case Gadchiroli, now Honorable CM is also paying so much attention. So if Gadchiroli also comes up, we can have a tournament in Gadchiroli also. Now these places normally don't come on the tennis atlas. So that is the basic idea how to reach out to those places.
So when you talk of infrastructure, it's just not the tennis courts or the other things around the tennis court, but also suppose you have a lot of foreign participants, you have the accommodation part of it also comes into the picture. You have some standards, isn't it?
No. We have to start somewhere. Yeah, you have to start somewhere. Of course, now you are saying there will be some deficiency in terms of infrastructure, but that is precisely what we are trying to achieve. Wherever those
You can
deficiencies.
create a tennis court. What about the
Of course, the related infrastructure also.
Yeah, so the issue is like the venues have been selected and approved by the ITF. So even tomorrow we decide to do somewhere for example, in Gadchiroli, the ITF have to approve, and when we apply, we have to tell them that do we have a 3-star hotel minimum, do we have the connectivity. So we will make, of course, these.
So these are all cleared by the ITF.
These what?
ITF has cleared all these venues.
No. We have to come up with the venues now. So that's why we are announcing the tournaments today. So now the circular is already gone to various cities and districts and municipal corporations. Because of this now there will be an infrastructure, not today but maybe in 3 years, maybe in 5 years. But there is going to be a motion of this, getting into this line.
You talked about a 5-year GR. Is it starting this year or it's already
This year.
this year from 26 onwards?
We've already written, both of us have already written to the district officer, collectors and municipal, we've already written to them that we are now coming, please come up with your proposal. If you are ready, we are ready to come
So
there.
what is the outlay actually?
Pardon me?
Approximate outlay, how much is it?
It's about
Including prize money.
35 lakhs per tournament,
By tournament 35.
35 lakhs, and
Is it
government
15,000 or 25,000?
15,000 and 25,000, depends on the infrastructure availability. We are going to do that.
What is it for men and women both?
We are going to split it equally. That the players committee will decide exactly what is going to be the ratio.
So the
But-
ballpark figure is 35 lakhs per event.
per event. And the GR says that 5% of the budget is it's reserved for the sports, so they have to use this fund from that sports quota.
Actually, money won't be a problem.
We are not asking about the problems, I'm asking how much will be the outlay cost which come from.
Yeah, 35. Yeah. I mean, look, government has spending a lot on tennis and other sports, so we are confident. What we want is like take the tennis into the district level, as Mr.
This
Sharma was
35 lakhs won't include the cost of creating the infrastructure.
No.
Infrastructure will be created
By the local initiatives.
by local initiative, by Mission Lakshya Ved, and there are a lot of grants from the sports department, so that will be created by them.
So generally ITF looking at the lower age group, so to make an interest and then the international player being generated or born out of it. So is there any path you have decided that how you are going to tackle the school level sporting and then into the teenage and then the international sports?
So we have here a partnership with MSLTA for this event. MSLTA is one body which is doing lot of coaching at various district level wherever there is an infrastructure available. So through the district level federations coming to MSLTA, we are trying to create that continuous infrastructure. Now one push, we create a base infrastructure, then eventually MSLTA and the local district federations eventually start generating some kind of a support for continuous coaching and other fitness and other activities revolving around this. And then eventually then it results into a talent hunt. Wherever there is a young talent hunt then results into students participating in all these run-up events at under 10, under 12, under 14, whatever. So these are the activities which MSLTA is doing at its own level. Various other clubs at small divisional headquarters are also conducting. Through that, eventually the players will get picked up for the large scale events like ITF or then eventually to WTA or ATP. So these are the channels that we are creating by giving that push and that exposure. So this is the whole why we are partnering with MSLTA is because it's a representative body of all the district level federations playing into tennis.
And along with this ITF, one important thing we missed on it, we are going to have the junior tournaments all India level before the week, so that the juniors will also come and play and stay and see the seniors play. So it's overall going to be an interesting proposition for the state and for India.
Is that for all the tournaments?
Sorry.
What you said,
For all
the
the
junior.
Yeah. We'll have men's
So
nationals.
listed all the events, all the 20 tournaments.
All the 20 tournaments, we will have a smaller tournament, either juniors or men, so that it will go to.
Though it's at a local level, it's a kind of a top-down approach. Is there some study being conducted on whether tournaments like these have been successful, or whether this kind of approach has been successful?
Yeah. For Karnataka instance, now they have ITFs in Kalburgi and Dharwad and all the smaller towns. So it has been working very well. And as I said, Maharashtra is always at the front. So we started the ATP, WTA 125, 5 years we did, ATP 5 years we did. So this also will start, and then rest. In fact, we would recommend that other states also should follow us by taking such events, so that India should have at least 50-60 ITFs in coming years, every year.
This will be only government funded, or you will be looking for private sponsorship
So
also?
it will be government funding is of course there, so that will be one that's good. It's like going to act as a catalyst, and we are asking, as I mentioned, the district administration also to come in and support. For example, if we have Shravan is also in PCMC, so whatever support we can get from there. So it's a combined effort, and it's just not money. We want their support also in any possible way to come forward and help us in organizing. That's why I'm saying so money, etc. Since all of us have come joining together, so it gives the status itself gets elevated. That's the whole goal.
Yeah. See, one thing, so Sudha, you have seen there's a lot of tennis interest in the city. Urban areas in Bombay, Pune, Nagpur, maybe Sholapur, Kolhapur also. But are you going to look for a place where there is a tennis interest for tennis? People should come and see.
That's what we want to create.
That is the purpose when we
There should
initially
be a lot of them playing also tennis, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we want to See, one of the idea of MSLTA is to increase the footfall of playing members. Right now we have about 10,000. Manoj, how many players playing in Maharashtra right now?
Yeah, around 12, 13,000.
12, 13,000. We want to take it to 1 lakh.
At what level? Well,
All juniors, any juniors.
Only juniors.
Juniors. So once we have, footfall goes to 1 lakh or 2 lakh, 10 lakh, then probably many players will start coming, growing. And that's the reason we want to do this.
Do you have any target for 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years we have to reach 1 lakh. For sure, I mean that is possible. Once we grow tennis in every district, probably we are going to have this.
So there was one event which was conducted in Nagpur few years ago, that we tried to train a lot of students from tribal community through
Yeah.
tribal sub-plan grants. And so that resulted into some Gadchiroli, some adjoining Vidarbha region tribal students get exposed to tennis for the first time. Eventually somebody got into coaching, somebody got into playing regularly. But that is a progression. Once there is an exposure, things will start happening. Eventually you have to take it to the grassroots level where people will have access, people will start playing it, support from district administration comes. Eventually this expands.
And very important question I just would like to highlight. If you see in the past, probably 10% players, the top players were from the districts and 90% were from Pune, Mumbai. If you see it now, Manoj, you can share it. 10% are from Mumbai and rest all from the districts. So tennis is growing in the districts. No champion is coming from the city of Mumbai. I haven't seen probably years together. Neither, So we have to focus on this area. Now if you see all the under 10, under 12, 14, 16 men, they're all from districts. So we want
See,
to
that
focus.
also you can attribute partially to you talk of infrastructure, only the 5-star clubs have tennis courts. There is no public courts at all. How many public courts are there in Mumbai?
There are people playing all over. Earlier it used to have the same thing, but still.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you
Infrastructure.
said cultural, it's an accident. Do you are you confident of starting an event there? No,
In
there
5
are
years
so many
we
things
target it
required to
because-
start a tennis tournament.
See, on
But taking sport big way there.
See, now
Tennis
Gadchiroli-
shops, boys and girls playing tennis there in the industry.
What I'm saying, Gadchiroli is revamping itself in a big way through a lot of anchor investors happening, lot of investment coming in various sectors. Honorable Chief Minister himself looking into the development of that. So Naxalism is on the wane. We cannot deliberate on that
I'm
issue.
not saying, are you seriously looking at Gadchiroli to?
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
yes.
Gadchiroli in
There is
next
a
5
big
years.
sports complex coming up there.
Yes.
So